This action figure review is intended for adult collectors age 13 and up.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video. Today I will be reviewing the brand new Star Wars The Black Series Count Dooku from the Wave 24 in 2020. I did not expect to see this figure. I found it in Magic Kingdom of all places, and I didn't even know that Disney World had stocked up on Wave 24 figures, so I'm very excited to get this thing open. Let's just take a look at the box before we actually crack it open. Sorry, my light's right there. Count Dooku, nice promo art, 107. If you want to read that, pause it now. And yeah, not much to the Black Series box, but I always like them. It says Count, I think that's supposed to, yeah, Count Dooku on the side. But anyways, let's get to it and crack this thing open.
I've been looking forward to this.
Here's Count Dooku out of the packaging, looking amazing. I'm so excited to have this action figure into my collection. The face scan is insane, too. So before we look at the figure, let's just take a look at the actual accessories. So here's the accessories. We got Count Dooku's slanted lightsaber, iconic lightsaber from Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith, and the Clone Wars show. The Clone Wars show actually really helped me appreciate Count's character a lot more. But anyways, the titanium alloy is just pretty standard silver paint, but there's a lot of texturing on it when you look closer. You can kind of see that there's like gripping on the leather, on the black leather, and there's the ignition button that's down there. I didn't actually know that's where the ignition is. Of course, you have that little pick there to clip into his belt, and you have the rest of the, right here, which I don't really know what to call that, the hook right there. But yeah, it looks really accurate to the movie and the show. I'm really excited to have this. Now, there's a second accessory, which I'll put on. It looks pretty cool. It's the swiping action, so I guess if the lightsaber was here, he'd be swiping down or up. Either way, it looks very cool. It's a new visual effect that we haven't gotten. I feel like it's more for action figure photographers, that little accessory there. There, I just unported the lightsaber, so I'll show you what it looks like. There we go. So, yeah, very cool. So right now, what that mean? Yes, he's swiping up. But that's very cool. It's a nice effect. We didn't need it, but we got it, and I'm really happy that we got it. The more accessories, the better. It's hard to unport it for some reason. I'll use that for action figure photography, but that's most likely it. But yeah, I do like this lightsaber. It's very nice to look at. But anyways, let's take a look at the actual figure. Let's talk about this insane face scan. I mean, this looks exactly like Count Dooku. It's a little flat on the face, look at the map, but like side profile. It all looks amazing. You got that gray beard that, I don't know, it just looks so accurate to his face. And then you have that nice texturing throughout the hair to give it depth. You can see that lining. I don't like that line across. I know it's just a crease, but I don't know, it just annoys me. You got that aging on his head, but it's very subtle. He doesn't look too aged. Let's zoom in on his face. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just in love with this head sculpt. It's so well done. It's definitely a face scan because, like, I'm sorry, but no action figure artist could get it that well. Like, that's insane. Wow. That's crazy. Anyways, I really like the cape. I like soft good capes. That's why I really don't like Kylo Ren's cape. I don't like that it's not soft goods, although it looks okay when he's standing still. Yeah, I like soft good capes, and it works very well. You got that chain keeping it together, and it works very well with the rest of the figure. The rest of the figure is pretty, bland if you look at it. It's just a thorough brown throughout with the brown belt. But, it's accurate. I don't care that it's bland. It's accurate to the character, and you got those black boots. And I like this cape. I like this a lot. They've made it more loose, kind of pliable, so that you can move that action figure into the poses you want. And it's bigger cuts in the middle, so you can kind of push out and stuff. I don't know. I'm really impressed with how this action figure looked. You got the hands. And there's not much to talk about. They're just flesh tone hands. I'm pretty sure we've gotten these hands before. This actually reminds me of, like, although it's a different sculpt of the Mace Windu figure, especially with the arms and kind of like the articulation we're seeing. But let's talk about the articulation on this Sith Lord Count Dooku is fantastic. It's more of a neck, although I believe it does have a little bit. No, I think it's all neck articulation. So he can't move his head back that much, which is a little disappointing. His neck can move down that much. I bet you could get it to look down more. No, that's pretty much it. So it's not great on the head, but you get good head pivot. And I don't know, that's not a deal breaker for me. I still think this is an insanely good action figure. I like how there's like little shoulder pads too. The cape looks really well designed on him, like just thoroughly. But anyways, back to the articulation. So the shoulder can move out about that much. Both have double jointed elbows, which is fantastic to see. This is the lightsaber holding hand, so it flicks trigger. I call that like the trigger hand because it's like back and forth, cocks back and forth. Yeah, it can 360 if you want it to. I'm not going to make it to because I don't want to wrinkle the soft goods. But it can swivel. And this hand has the flexing hand. I call it the flexing hand just because it pushes up and back. I don't really like the ab crunch. Again, not a deal breaker. It's just kind of weird. You can't really push it forward. You get a lot of resistance, and you can only push it back slightly. It can wobble left and it can wobble right, but it doesn't really move. Now, I'm going to look under this cape or this skirt. Yeah, you could still, I don't know. I feel like it's still very accessible. So the legs can move up, even with that material, quite a bit, and they can move back quite a bit. There's a swivel on the leg. You can move them across. You can basically make Count Dooku do a split. I mean, to be honest, he looked pretty limber fighting Yoda. His double-jointed knees, I don't see these knees a lot, but I actually really like them on this figure. It really works. It covers his articulation joints with that, like, material folded over. His boots have a swivel in them. Oh, wait, do they? No, it's just the leg can 360 without... Wow, that's cool. The leg's 360. Wow, that's so weird. The articulation point can 360 under the legs. That's really cool. The ankles have a good ankle pivot, really good ankle pivot. The boots cannot move up that much, but they can move down quite a bit, which is a good range of motion. And yeah, I don't know. I'm just like, this blew me away. And, you know, the next wave 25 is pretty much all prequels and Attack of the Clones characters. Keto Fisto, Attack of the Clones Anakin, Obi-Wan, Plo Koon, and Geonosis droid. So, you know, that's really awesome to see. I think we're going to get a lot more prequel involvement in the Black Series. They've been doing a lot better with that. And, yeah, it just looks fantastic. I'm really excited to have this action figure into my collection. 2 thumbs up from me. Quick note, when I was about to set this up, I just noticed that there is a butterfly joint on the shoulders, which also is just amazing for lightsaber dueling. I bet you he can hold... Yes, he can hold this two-hand. Wow, that's incredible. That's better than Mace Windu for armor team. This is what we need, man. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Hasbro. This is the Count Dooku action figure we deserve. Whew! Anyways, back to the video. Count Dooku stands at around 6.5 inches tall because he is a tall friggin' dude. But that's pretty to scale. So, yeah. Good height, well proportioned, and just looks fantastic in general. Here's Grievous next to Count Dooku, and if you don't know why they're compared, although I'm pretty sure you should, you're fools. General Grievous has been trained in these Jedi arts by Count Dooku. Here's Count Dooku next to some foes. We have Mace Windu, Yoda, the McDonald's toy, because I have not bought in the Black Series, Anakin Archive, and the Revenge of the Sith Obi-Wan. I did have a chance to upgrade my Obi-Wan from Revenge of the Sith Obi-Wan to Clone Commander Obi-Wan, but I didn't do it. I saw tons of them too. But, oh well, what are you going to do? And here is Count Dooku next to a Phase 1 Clone Commander and a Phase 2 base clone. And here's Count Dooku next to Jango Fett. For my final comparison, I'm comparing these two Sith Lords, Lord Vader and Count Dooku. FYI, I do not have an Emperor Palpatine. I never got the Amazon exclusive. But I'm just comparing these guys because they're two very tall dudes. And I think that height works out pretty well. Vader is still fairly taller than him. And Count Dooku's still a pretty tall dude. So I think that this is a very good to scale Count Dooku. Well, that's going to have to do it for the action figure review, guys. But in the end, I love this Count Dooku figure. It's going to fit perfectly in my Star Wars Black Series collection. And look great with my other prequel figures. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment if you got something to say, and subscribe. And if you're wondering where this lightning effect came from, this is actually the lightning effect that you get with Stormbreaker from the Avengers Infinity War Thor. Now, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.
Good. Twice the pride, double the fall.